If there's one thing you can't take away from being a Filipino, it's the sense of family. So much so that we bring them everywhere, especially trips outside or whether it be dinner or a trip to the mall. Which is why cars like this are very, very big in the automotive segment here, MPVs. All the craze right now is with the recently launched Avanza and Velos. But we thought we'd be taking up this, a very underrated car in the segment, the Suzuki XL7. We're going to tell you 7 things we like about the Suzuki XL7 because it has 7 seats and it's called the XL7. Get it? The first thing is the way it looks. This is not just an Ertiga. They actually made it look even better than the Ertiga, in my opinion, because they added some black cladding and other bits to make it look beefier, more macho, more muscular. Because sometimes, let's be honest, we don't want to be seen looking like we're driving a family car. Next is the fuel economy. This may just be a normal 1.5-liter naturally aspirated engine mated to an old 4-speed automatic, but I was actually able to average in the city around 12.5 kilometers per liter, and when I went to the highway, even despite heavy traffic along the highway, I was able to get about 15.8 kilometers per liter, which is very surprising. But then again, Suzuki is very good at making very fuel-efficient cars. So now we're inside the XL7 and I want to point out the third thing I find pretty cool about this car. Firstly, the digital instrument cluster. You'd think it would just display your fuel and your consumption, your time and whatever, but it actually has a pretty neat graphics. You can actually also see your G meter, strangely, and it also has a power and torque graphic, which is cool even though it's not a sporty car. Moving on to the 10-inch infotainment screen, which is very big. It dominates the dashboard, but it also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The fourth thing is I want to highlight the other interior features. It has climate control. Down here you have your USB port and your auxiliary port. To the left of that is a 12-volt socket. This car actually has 3. You have one here for the driver and the passenger, another one for the second row, and there's even a 12-volt socket for the third row, which obviously is very welcome in a 7-seater. But the coolest interior feature has to be the cooled cup holders, which will keep your drinks cool. It actually works. I've tried it. It's very cool. Now, let's move on to the fifth. Now, the fifth thing I'd like to highlight is the comfort of the passengers here in the second and the third row. You have your own air conditioning vents up here, a center armrest, and there's actually a lot of space. Even if this is my driving position, I have a lot of legroom. And it's nice that it also has a lot of headroom. So let's see if I can fit in the third row. Over here in the third row, I actually fit. There's enough headroom and there's enough legroom. Hindi siya pilit. But over here in the back, you have your own set of cubby holes just in case you need to put more stuff. Now, the sixth feature I'd like to point out is the ground clearance, because the XL7 actually has 200 millimeters of ground clearance. The seventh, the last, but certainly not the least, is the price. The Suzuki XL7 only comes in one variant that retails for 1,098,000 pesos, which makes it one of the more affordable options in its segment. Now, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel below, and also don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This has been Pablo Salapantan of Yugo Auto. Paalam! Hello everyone, Pablo here of Yugo Auto. Now if you want to know more about the car you just watched, please scan the QR code over here. And also please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Once again, thank you for watching. Paalam!